Welcome to InslaReps USA, and thank you so much for joining our 10-Minute Tuesdays. This week, we'll be introducing a new manufacturer that we've been representing since 2022 called TPS. TPS is currently one of our fastest growing lines. So without further ado, welcome Jesse Revez, the Vice President of Sales for TPS. Thank you, Jesse.
Thanks for having me, Carrie Ann.
Awesome. So, Jesse, can you tell me a little bit about where TPS is located, your background with TPS? That would be great.
Yeah, absolutely. TPS is headquartered in Stanwood, Washington, which is about an hour north of Seattle. We have a location in Las Vegas, Nevada, and we're very excited to announce our brand new location in Beaumont, Texas, which is about an hour east of Houston. TPS has been around for 27 years. It was founded by a guy named Jeff Heckman, a third-generation insulator in Seattle, Washington. And TPS was started out of necessity. In the Seattle region, the common insulated pipe support is a calcium silicate support. And Jeff had a really hard time procuring these products. So him and his wife literally started TPS out of a garage. And one thing led to another, and TPS is now the largest insulated pipe support fabricator in North America. We also provide full-length mechanical installations. I've been with TPS for about 8 years now, and started as a summer job. I was building pipe supports during college. And when I graduated, Jeff offered me the opportunity to move to Las Vegas and expand into our Las Vegas location. Now, I live in Las Vegas with my wife, Natalie, and oversee international sales, and expecting our first kid in October. So we're really excited about that.
Great news. Very, very exciting. And exciting also with you guys are growing so fast, and with the location in Texas, that's huge news for the industry. So congratulations on that.
Thank you.
Great. Well, as far as TPS, you guys have two divisions. Can you tell me a little bit about the two divisions?
Yeah, sure. So we separate our sales into what we call commercial sales and industrial sales. Commercial sales focus heavily on fabricated items like insulated pipe supports, cut-to-length inserts, steel shields, etc., where our industrial sales are more on the full-length mechanical insulation and block. That's calcium silicate, expanded perlite, phenolic foam, and mitered fittings like 45s, 90s, and Ts. And I guess while I'm talking about the industrial sector, I'll go back to Beaumont a little bit and elaborate on that new location. So this will be heavily focused on the industrial sales of our product. We'll be positioned in a really nice location near the epicenter of the petrochemical market, and also allow us to facilitate our eastward expansion. We're a West Coast-based company, but expanding really quickly, like you mentioned, across the country, and that will help to reduce lead times on the East Coast and lower shipping costs. In our Beaumont location, we'll have a massive assortment of calcium silicate pipe sizes. And we'll also have a brand new forest bandsaw, so we can miter 45s, 90s, and Ts, which is a unique position in the marketplace. We'll be able to ship those fittings along with pipe covering and block in the same load. We'll also stock phenolic foam bun stock for our fabrication partners.
Wow. That is just great news. Awesome. Well, thank you for clarifying the two divisions. You kind of talked a little bit about your products, but is there any products, like what makes your products unique and different in the marketplace?
Yeah, that's a great question. So TPS is in a very unique position. We are an importer of full-length mechanical installations, and we take that responsibility very seriously. Foreign-made products can come with a bad reputation sometimes, and that can be deserved. But there's also incredible foreign-made products like our iPhones and the computers that we're speaking into right now. So we search the world far and wide for the best insulation products that the world has to offer. And we focus on products that are underserved in the American market. So TPS, we take that vetting process very seriously. And if we can't find a product that outperforms all American standards, while also reducing a cost basis, we simply don't bring it in. So,
Mm-hmm.
that's something that we pride ourselves in. In addition, to go back to the commercial side,
Mm-hmm.
we also pull from our own inventory, whereas other fabricators will source their pipe insulation from other locations. We fabricate using our own inventory, which helps to reduce that cost basis even further and reduce lead times. We're not having to wait on anybody.
Absolutely. Makes sense. And that's great business strategy for that. So very good. Um, so since you've been involved on the pipe support side of TPS, how have you seen the market grow or change over the last few years? I mean, you're continuing to add on to the business, so obviously major growth, but can you kind of elaborate on that?
Yeah, sure. So I guess I'll talk about the growth and the emergence of pipe supports in general in specifications.
Hmm.
So first, I'll tell you what a pipe support is for those listeners that don't know. An
Hmm.
insulated pipe support is important because let's imagine you're on a commercial job site and you're looking at the pipe insulation installed. Most likely, you are seeing fiberglass pipe insulation that has a very low compressive strength. Now, every 10 feet or so, you'll see a hanger, a pipe hanger, and that's there to suspend the pipe in place. And as you can imagine, there's a lot of load at those hanger locations. If fiberglass pipe insulation was the only insulation used, it would simply crush under the weight of the pipe. And that would cause a lot of problems like condensation. So an insulated pipe support is a high compressive strength material that's installed at every hanger location that supports the weight of the pipe and also maintains a high energy efficiency. So historically, the main pipe support, believe it or not, was just a wooden block. And that is an antiquated and inferior product in many ways.
Hmm.
First and foremost, it definitely doesn't pass the 2550 rating. It's flammable, it's wood,
Hmm.
right? And it also doesn't maintain the energy efficiency that a product like calcium silicate or phenolic foam would.
Hmm.
Um, Furthermore, it's expensive, and people look at the cost of wooden blocks and go, "Oh, it's really cheap." It doesn't stop there. Once a contractor receives a wooden block, they have to cut out the piece of fiberglass, install the wooden block, and then install that inferior product. So once the cost of goods is done, you'll
Hmm.
actually see it's quite expensive. So an insulated pipe support solves all those answers, and it's not a matter of if a certain region will adopt into using pipe supports from a main specification standpoint. It's a
Hmm.
matter of when. And we're
Hmm.
seeing that, really build some momentum across the country, and we're excited to introduce a innovative new product to the marketplace.
No, and that helps so much, Jesse, with clarifying the differences. And yeah, you're right. It's when, and I know as far as the sales reps that you guys have, we're constantly contacting engineers, trying to get them specified, so that you've got your product within the specs. Then the contractors, the distributors, it's all kind of works together. So
That's right.
great, very good. Awesome. So, as far as TPS calcium silicate, um, it has a compressive strength that's literally twice as strong as the other product's published value. Can you share with our viewers what makes your calcil so different?
Absolutely. So, almost the same exact formulation. It's all ASTM C533 calcil. The
Hmm.
major contributor in why our calcil is so much stronger has to do with one specific step in the manufacturing process,
Okay.
and it's called filter pressing. So the incumbent product today uses what's called a wet molding process, and think of that like baking a cake. They get this calcium silicate formulation, they pour it into the molds, and they essentially bake the calcil until it becomes rigid. Well, TPS takes it one step further. And after the formulation is poured into the molds, we filter press it. Now, what is that? That's when a 60-ton press, a hydraulic press, extrudes all of the water out of the calcil, creating a product that's almost twice as strong and 10% less heavy. So, furthermore, it's more uniform and robust. The incumbent product, because they don't filter press, you'll see that porosity, you'll air bubbles, and
Mhm.
you don't see that with our calcium. And that's important because as a fabricator, if you're cutting that calcium and you run into an air pocket, you'll
Mhm.
also decrease your yield. So yeah, not a big secret. It's just filter pressing, and it's something that we're really proud of. One step further, because we also build pipe supports, that
Mhm.
200 plus psi has a lot of benefit. We're able to shorten the lengths of our calso, reducing the cost basis even further because it
Mhm.
can more adequately support the weight of the pipe.
Great. Well, and then it also cuts down, the hours to install because it is lighter weight.
Yes.
So very good. Very good. Well, that helps. So thank you, Jesse, for giving us kind of an overview of TPS and the divisions and the products, the marketplace. So you guys are doing extremely well. It's exciting to be, part of the team and part of the growth, and it continues. So with the plant coming or the DC coming in Texas, so very exciting. We've also noticed, and I think a lot of the viewers, hopefully, if they're following you today, you guys are doing a lot of pizza parties that you're sharing on LinkedIn. So can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, sure. Just something fun that we decided to do to reward our customers for placing large orders. And as you might know, the insulation world on a day-to-day standpoint can be somewhat mundane, and we don't see a lot of these, fun things popping up. So we decided to throw in a little spice and reward the most important part of our company, which is our customers. Show some appreciation to them. David Shong, the president of TPS, he says that TPS stands for Top Pizza Supplier, and he's really proud of that. So we'll give it to him.
That's great. That is good. I agree, and think we can all remember that. That's for sure. So no, it's great. We're everyone's seeing it. It's a great marketing tactic. So very
Thank you.
thanks for telling us that. So, well, Jesse, thank you so much for spending time with us today on this 10-minute Tuesday. As I stated before, TPS is an excellent company. They continue to grow, innovate, and we are so excited again to have the DC in Texas. And if you want further information, please visit www.thermalpipeshields.com. Contact Jesse, Dave Shong, Insula reps. They also have reps across the entire country as well. So please reach out. And thank you again for joining our show.
It was a pleasure joining you. Thanks, Carrie Ann.
Thank you.